You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Just because I walk as if I have oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my sassiness upset you? Don't take it so hard just because I laugh, as if I have gold mines digging in my own backyard. You can shoot me with your words, you can cut me with your lies, you can kill me with your hatefulness, but just like life, I'll rise. Does my sexiness offend you? Oh. Does it come as a surprise that I dance as if I have diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past rooted in pain I rise. A black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling and bearing in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak miraculously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the hope and the dream of the slave. And so, wow. There I go.
All right, y'all. Hello. Good morning. I ain't even slept yet, but I feel awesome. Ooh, Lord, that healing that I did yesterday was amazing. My spirits have been on point. Last night was like a huge parasitic meltdown feeding frenzy by the parasites. And normally after that type of attack, I usually don't feel well. Like I had no idea that I needed to heal my spirits, like my actual spirits and ancestors. So that was beautiful. And I'll get that video uploaded. Okay. But I just wanted to come and talk about something real quick. I've been talking about it pretty much all night long. But what I wanted to say is that what do y'all really think that all of that was about? You know, just the whole thing. To me, I feel like it was about those people's hopelessness, those people's anger. I submitted a couple of DCMA takedowns off of a couple of websites, and they actually put my business phone number on both of the websites. So this stuff was actually uploaded this year. Now, we all know who was involved and who is involved with who is involved with who. We all know. And so, you know, there are some people that don't mind being liars. They don't mind lying to you. You know, I feel like if you do stuff, when you do stuff like that, those are the actions of someone that failed. Somebody that failed at trying to take my identity, take my business, take my spirits, take my pride, take my self-respect, take everything from me, and failed. Pretty much was what that was. And does that make me feel good? No. It doesn't make me feel good. But you can't force somebody to be a sex worker. You can't force somebody to be what you want them to be, because they can only be who they are. And I can only be who I am. You know what I mean? So one of the websites I actually have to write into the webmaster. I had to go and look up who the domain belonged to because it wasn't on the website. The other one was very easy to submit a DCMA takedown. You know, it exposes an even bigger problem as to what is going on in society, to where people women ever would have to seek sex work. Now, I know for a fact that there are a lot of women who are sex workers who are proud of it. They don't have a problem with it. They're not trying to hide it, cover it up, try to shift it over to somebody else. They're very respectful. And so I'm not talking about those women, but because some of them, that's just what they do, and it's not a problem. But when it's a problem to the point where you have to take a person that is not involved with something like that, never has been, and you have to try to twist and tangle and destroy their families' lives. You know what I mean? And to me, I feel that, has this been done to anybody else? Not to this degree and to this capacity. So when things like that pop off, I always keep my eyes on my blessings. Now, I'm a witch. I am. I'm a witch. I believe Maya Angelou was a witch. By the way, that was Maya Angelou. I think she passed away. Rest in peace. I believe she was a witch as well. And for me, it's not that big of a deal because I'm a witch. And I think that people need to accept that. I've seen many cursed people and what they go through. And I believe that a lot of that was done to me also to try to make it look like I'm cursed. That ain't no curse. That's you trying to get vengeance on someone for what someone else apparently did to you. So I feel like a lot of people, especially after back in March, it was anger, it was visceral, it was hatred, it was, how dare you did this to me, blaming witches for their problems, even though as a witch I don't think about people like that, to that capacity. And then going on and on and on and on with it, just constantly every single day, all day, every day. If you get up every single day of your life to target someone else, harass them, lie on them, have group meetings about them all day long, constantly thinking of what you can do to them to try to hurt them or destroy them. Who's That's a cursed person that would do that. So the oxymoron is that a lot of these fake witches on here, these fake wannabe witches, was doing that to try to prove that I was somehow cursed, when in reality they're cursed. They can't do nothing to me. I've never seen such depravity in my life. I don't feel, and some of them wanted to be witches when it was obvious that they were like doing what they were doing, right? But you try to blame your past on your failure. You didn't fail at being a witch or having a witchy business because of your past. Number one, you failed because you're not a real authentic witch. And number two, you failed because you were so disingenuous. You was fake. I think everybody has something in their past that they're not proud of. Not everybody has rape and sex trafficking and things of that nature in their past. Oh my God. That would be a difficult past to live down. Glad I don't have it. But if you're honest, people will know that, and people will, you know, you know what I'm saying? They will. But if you're lying, and if you're saying, I didn't do that, she did that, Jamila did that, then that's why you failed. I got attacked in March of this year because of fake wannabe witches and their fake businesses that did not go. My children have been attacked. I've had false calls to my home. I've been swatted, harassed, and lied on by people because they want to be a witch so bad and they're not. I think for you to try to take everything that's wrong in the world and try to dump it on Jamila and her babies, that's pretty disgusting. I didn't invent the world's problems. And then when you think about it post pandemic, especially somebody that obviously doesn't really know how to run a business and is not actually a witch, how they would be desperate enough to pull those kinds of moves. Still, why would you attack Jamila? Why? Why would you attack me? That just doesn't make any sense to me. And I think that these particular individuals pretty much dug their own graves from the beginning. And for some reason, they thought that by lighting candles and thinking that they could speak into fire on candles, that that was going to actually make it fly, or make what they did work, and it doesn't, you know. And I think that I am owed restitution for that. I am. I'm old restitution for it. I actually go into detail on my other channel because I don't really want to discuss all of the gory, gruesome details of what happened. So there's a couple of videos that are up. I'm just going to continue to be an authentic witch. I'm just going to continue to be a witch because that's who I am. That's what I was born as. You know what I'm saying? No, I have never done strange things for a piece of change. No, I have never been involved in anything like that. Um, Marriage or being in a relationship with a man is not the same as that. If a man looks at it that way, I guess, but it's not about how a man looks at it. It's about how I see it, my perception, and only my perception can be my reality. You can, you know, no matter how you spin it. So, like I said, my self-respect, my dignity, my ethics, my moral compass, my value, my self-worth, my self-love has always remained intact. And that's something that I don't understand why these people don't understand that. It will always remain intact. Whether or not it's 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Now, my biggest concern is how they keep talking about my children. And see that's where I got to contact the police. Because what are you really up to? What are they really up to? And are they crazy enough to continue to involve my children? So, guys, yeah, there is a pending criminal investigation. And I don't even have to tell y'all to keep us in y'all prayers because y'all already know that we good. But it's just the point, that I gotta, I gotta ask a question. What is it, why? My question is, why did they think they would get away with it? Why did you think anything good was going to happen for you? Nothing good is happening for any of these people. I can promise you, nothing good is happening for them. And I think yesterday when I posted, the video showing that what they did actually didn't even work, what are they going to take away from it? Are they going to finally walk away? Well, they probably feel like they can't because they feel like they're in too deep. This is really, really sad for them. I really feel sad for them. You know what I mean? Because they could have chosen better in life. To be on youtube.com and to behave that way and to do something like that when literally YouTube is like a oyster. And that's what they decided to do with it. That's what they decided to do. Is that my fault or my problem or my family's fault or problem? I feel like personally, like me and my family need to be in police protection, in some kind of police witness protection program, if they even have that anymore. Because I feel like I said, I feel like what we've been dealing with is like they've got to be some kind of professional trafficking group or something. I feel that something more sinister is happening here. I was just victimized via the internet. Now, I will tell you that there was an actual real life rape situation going on, domestic abuse, terrorism. But otherwise, something like that, as a woman, I do have the power to remove myself from that situation. So, my question is, what is happening in these people's real lives actually behind the scenes? What are they actually up to? Are children that are around them actually safe? Obviously not. Now, I'm going to tell y'all how this all got connected to the spiritual community. Alexis Tyler is how it all got connected to the spiritual community. Because I believe that she is like an ex sex worker, or probably still is a sex worker. Who knows? She's the one that bought that, that segue into my spiritual community, at least. That's how it got here, was through her. That's when it all started. And it wasn't a curse. That's not a spiritual curse. People that are spiritually cursed are seeing things, shadow people, having scary visions of dead people throwing up black soot and blood, anxiety, paranoia, depression, sick, taking trips to the ER. That can be a curse. That's the curse. You can't manufacture a curse, because that would mean that it's not real, you know? And really, to be honest with you, curses are reserved for people like them. Absolutely. So I think I'm going to go down here and get me some breakfast. So I will see y'all later. All I know is that you can't stop me and you can't harm me. That's all I know. And what is this about the super duper satanic panic and the fear of me practicing witchcraft? Like, it's nobody else, it seems like, but me. When my intention is to help people that are like me, that are in need. I'm going to always be supported all up and throughout this universe. The world is not bad. People are bad. The world does not kill people. People kill people. Just like guns don't kill people. People kill people. Okay. So it was a really, really crazy night. I'm staying focused. Um, I think that these particular people are doing everything they can on the internet. It's not a real authentic magic. It's not. They cannot do anything to hurt you. Some of them may have psychic abilities, but we already know how to deal with psychics. They're almost trying to trap me in the state of Georgia. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Don't ever. I'm gonna give y'all some advice. Don't ever move to Georgia as a single woman with children. Don't. Things are different down here. Georgia is like it is like a cesspool for trafficking and prostitution and drugs and things of that nature. So, that's why I want to go back to my small town and not be here no more. And so now every single day, constant lies are being posted. Look at me, look at me. I'm going to tell you something different. I'm going to, do this and do that, And yeah, I did file bankruptcy. I did. It was the responsible thing to do. I'm not going to go out and snatch a kid off the corner and go sell them. I'd rather do that. I'd rather be humble. I'd rather be loved. I'd rather be valued. I'd rather be cherished. I'm not going to go and lie on somebody for money. I'm not going to turn on my camera and just start telling lies on somebody. And for that, I will always be blessed abundantly as we getting ready to go through this new year. And I know this for a fact. Nothing says loving than having that peace in your heart, because I definitely have it. Just that inner peace. And yesterday was such a beautiful day all day long. And I think that people can sense that. I think that when they feel that extra energy, you know what I'm saying? Because it was definitely a very powerful healing ritual that I did yesterday. It was freaking amazing. Oh my God. And we're gonna do those more often because we need more healing. It was amazing. I used some of that pink Himalayan healing salt that I made. And so yeah, it seems like these people that want to be witches, they say that gang stalkers often mimic their target. Um basically every single time I come on here and I advertise anything, they're posting things. My suggestion is to stop torturing yourselves. I don't know. I think that if you don't take action to look away from those people, stop giving them attention. I think if you don't do that, I think that you're going to end up regretting it because they're not going to do nothing but lead you into darkness while everybody else. And when I say darkness, I don't mean darkness like dark. I mean, they're going to lead you into destruction. Okay. Even though it may be interesting to you, even though you may even be mildly entertained by it, I would say look away at this point. I would. And I would start to think about how watching those people in that group and the things that they're doing, especially the ones that are attacking me. Think about how it's going to affect your life. You don't want that in your life. You don't want that. You don't. Okay. So stop watching them. I know they're using my image. I guess what they're talking about when it comes to me may seem entertaining, but I mean, honestly, I don't even think half of y'all that watch me even watch or even paying attention to that. Like a lot of the people that are down with me that are still watching this channel, you know. But as you can see, it's just repetitive vengeance that is getting these people nowhere. They can lie and lie and lie and lie, but they are not going anywhere with it. And if they can drag somebody else down with them, they will. Okay. Yeah. It's not entertaining. It really isn't. And, they're upset because, I mean, I personally, from what I could see, is that the people that invested in them are like dying or something. Like they're and it ain't because of me. Only a person that is either suicidal or maybe feels like they're dying would even be entertained by that. And what you want is longevity. You want health. They're trying to make it look like I'm in poor health by these pictures and videos, but I've cammed up several times. So them posting it every day to try to put this image of me out there like I'm half dead or dying or something is totally false. So again, false, 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 false. I wouldn't even waste my time. Giving them your time and attention is literally like casting your pearls to swine. It literally is. And, so I mean, they'll continue to do outlandish things to get my attention and try to pretend to all of you that they have some kind of power because I responded. But in reality, that's a child's game. You know how children act up so that they can get your attention? That's exactly what that is. And it's, whenever you are an adult and you are literally digressing like that to the point where you are literally degenerating, like literally, like there's a problem with that. And I think that watching those people, the people that watch them that are sane and woke and rational, they know those people have some kind of mental illnesses. But I think that you shouldn't like be entertained by that. It's literally like a crazy house over there. It literally is. And as long as I am always going to be the one that's talking good sense, because I always am and I always have been throughout the whole situation, it's just been ridiculous. I know, sis. You know what? That's why I'm gonna hold my sister's hand. She gonna get me through all that. Yeah. So anyway, y'all, I gotta go. I'm gonna get in a couple of hours of sleep here and get me something else on my belly and get myself to sleep. No, we're not starving over here. No, we're not going to be put out. I mean, here's the whole deal about it. Can we ignore them and continue to resume business as normal? They can't affect you. They can't. So as long as you guys are buying readings and spell work, it's not like they can affect your work in any way. And even if they could, I wouldn't let them. So, we all know that I'm running a business. We all know that I'm not going to shut my business down. We all know that, and that's just what it is because I'm not going to be denied my civil and human rights. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Okay. All right, y'all. My stomach's growling. I got to get me something to eat. I will see y'all later. Okay. Um, Blessings to y'all. Okay. And happy New Year's Eve to y'all. I've got my candles and stuff ready to go. We're going to do a New Year's Eve ritual. I'm pretty sure that they will be doing the food and sadly, my spirits don't even want to feed off of them. I wish I could say, y'all know how some people say, well, they can do whatever they want to do. My spirits are feeding off of them. My spirits would never feed off of them. Feed off of them for what? We'll be over here manifesting. We'll be over here doing our spells and rituals. I think I may I don't know. I'll see how I feel a little bit later. But everybody in the circle should be feeling healed. We're not trying to heal them. They want to let us know, hey, we're still not healed. Well, you're not my spirits and you're not in my circle. They're not. I didn't do that to heal them. They have no actual real connection. And listen, I know that they want to pretend like they have a connection, but they don't. They had a man on the inside. That doesn't mean that any of them are connected to me. Okay. And he wanted to placate them and ride off on a horsey in the sunset with me, and everything was going to be okay. But that's not going to happen. Okay, it's not. So that's just all it is to it. I have a responsibility to protect my children. Anytime a man tells me and wishes death on my children, that's pretty much a sign. Oh, let me get away from you. And trust me, he's not going to touch my children. So I don't have to keep that a secret out of fear of people saying, oh, something's going to happen. The worst thing people can do at this point is turn their back on me and not be loyal to me, because I do need to run my business, hello, so that I can support my family. Because that's why I do this, is to support myself and my family. So that's all it is to it. Okay, guys, I will see y'all later. Okay. All right. Blessings, guys. Bye bye.